Hello, Joe Bright here. Today I wanted to discuss the war that is happening on the planet. This is a war, a spiritual war. So there's positive vibrations and there's negative low vibrations and frequencies. The world is going through a transformation. That's why Corona is hitting us. So we can consciously learn from it and see how we've been treating the planet Gaia. There's been less people driving. There's been less people littering because not as many people are eating out. There's being a balance is being restored by Mother Gaia. And it's giving us the opportunity to look at our lives from a different perspective. We're slowing things down. We're getting into more of a yin energy. We're going from yang to yin, hence the balance, hence the yin yang. And eventually this was going to happen. I mean, we can't honestly sit and think that our actions of littering, destroying the ocean, killing all these animals, this unhealthy farming, killing beautiful forests just to farm, put a bunch of shots up the ass of the cow so they can get all steroided up so we can feed the humans this steroided animal. You know, we're looking at things differently. We're looking at our relationships differently. Oh my gosh, I chose to marry you or be in a relationship with you and move in with you, but do I actually like you? Do you make me happy? Do you make me fulfilled? Do you love me for me, or am I just staying because of the sex, because of the kids? Am I just eating junk food because I'm not feeling fulfilled in other aspects of my life, with my careers, with my relationships, with, I'm not doing my passions as much. So I'm overeating. And then when I overeat and I'm eating this food that's lacking nutrients, I don't feel good about myself. Or even the fact that we're all on our phones, and in this age of Aquarius, we're just getting hit and hit and hit left and right with all this information, with all this influence from people posting their opinions and what's going on with their lives and certain pictures, and it's just keeping us distracted from the number one thing that will get us to win this war. And what is that? What is that one thing that can change everything? It's you. It's you. It's that beautiful person that you look at in the mirror every day. And when we choose to look at ourselves and we choose to sacrifice like a warrior the things that are distracting us from ourselves, then we start to root into ourselves of what we feel, of what we think. All this distractions is removing us from us. And we are an aspect of God, pure aspect of God. We are literally a branch off of it. So if we're giving attention things that are not us, we gave away our power. I've been off of social media for 2 months now. I've been on YouTube a little bit. But I've never felt so confident in myself. I've never felt so in tune with what I feel. And as a woman, that's my superpower. If you're not in tune with how you feel, you can't set boundaries. If you can't set boundaries, people are always going to be crossing your boundaries. And you're wondering why you have resentment towards them and yourself. And you're wondering why you're in a dysfunctional lifestyle. Overeating, unhealthy relationships, constantly on your phone to distract yourself from the reality that's going on. And we wonder why the death rates are high, anxiety's high, depression's high. Let's get off our phones and be present and have the courage to sit with ourselves and in the lives we've created and what they've turned into. Because when we choose to be present with the reality without the phones and the media, then we can start to see and be more tuned in, because God consciousness is streaming into us and we're focusing on us. And if we are a reflection of God, then when we choose to go inward, we're choosing to look at God and be inspired by our higher self and by God. So when we remove all the distraction, we're more getting influenced by God and what our truth is. And you feel encouraged to remove things that are not in an alignment for you. Because as we consciously choose to be present with ourselves, then we're choosing to grow as beings, and we are on this planet to grow into the best versions we can possible. And Christ is a pure example of what it means to be a human, but being able to choose himself, to walk his own path, to sacrifice things that aren't serving him so he can raise his vibration. So he gets rid of the people that aren't uplifting him and inspiring him and loving him for him. He starts to eat simple foods. He starts to live a simple lifestyle. And instead of running from things that get him uncomfortable, he walks straight towards it, and all of a sudden nothing can hurt him. Nothing can hurt you when you have God on your side, when you choose yourself first, which is an aspect of God. By you choosing you, you are choosing God. And when that happens, you start to sync up with this high vibration, and you have this courage and this discipline to do what you know you need to do in order to be the best version of yourself possible, to not rely on people to bring you happiness, to not overeat and overindulge in this food that is high in canola oil and crappy ingredients that's just making you feel crappy. Or going on Instagram and seeing other people's stuff. They don't matter right now. They don't matter. What matters is you. Don't neglect yourself. Don't neglect yourself ever again. Choose to find balance within yourself like Gaia is doing, and remove the distractions. Sit in your shit, feel uncomfortable, and then you rise above that uncomfortableness. And you will grow stronger into who you are. You won't have such high anxiety because you don't care what anyone thinks. Because as long as you like you, you'll be an example of what it means to everyone around you, your family members, boyfriend, girlfriend, kids. You'll be a living example of what it means to have beautiful priorities. I prioritize myself and what makes me feel good. If this does not make me feel good and is no longer serving me and it gives me anxiety, I feel anxiety with this, then I have the courage to give it away, give it gratitude for what it has taught you, and to keep going on your path of becoming your best version. And at first it's hard, but the more you choose yourself first every day and what brings you true happiness, then it gets easier. And all of a sudden you've literally recreated a life that you never thought possible. But the more you start to tune into yourself and be present and get rid of the social media, then the more empowered you are, and the more you start living your dreams, and the more real and the more faith you have. And as long as you have faith in yourself and in life and in God, then you are now empowered. You are now strong. You are now who you really are. We are not weak. We can do hard things. We are here to do hard things. But it's so easy to get comfortable with the food being delivered to your door, with everything being delivered to your door, with all the distractions of the online shopping, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter. It's like, cut it out, remove it, and focus on your warrior self. And then you don't need anything or anyone to satisfy you, because you have you. You are your first and number one lover forever. I encourage you to find the discipline to get rid of these distractions. Look at your life and know that everything will be okay. When you choose to let go of something that once served you, and I know you will have an emotional attachment to it, but you learn to let go and journal about it and feel your emotions about it and cry about it and punch about it, but feel it, but still choose to let go. That's when God gives you a yummy. That's when God is like, she made room for me to send her this. Trust that there's a bigger plan for you. God's always wanting to push you to the happiest version of yourself. And you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be healthy. You deserve to be treated like the queen that you are. Because that's who we are. And it's just relearning who we are. So let's cut the distractions. I guess my biggest message from this is cut the distractions so we can win the spiritual war. When we focus on this warrior right here. And then we're an example. We don't even have to say anything. That's my message. I'm about to go to my uncle's gym and do some abs and a workout and sweat my ass off. But suffering is good. Suffering is how we grow. Suffering is an inevitable part of life. It's like pick your poison. Either way, you're going to be suffering. So either suffer in the old energy that's no longer serving you, or choose to remove that and get some yummies coming towards you. And then it's just a constant series of new levels of what you're going to have to learn from it and then let go. Next level, learn from it, suffer a little bit, let go, and then a goodie comes over and over and over and over. And this is life. So let's choose to grow. And I believe in us. We are a powerful tribe. We're in this together. I love you. I love me. Love, love, love. Cheers. I love you.